Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. We're going to hop into a soul growth message tonight. Just cleansed my space. I hope everyone's doing wonderful. I'm Lindsay. Welcome to your reading, or Lindsay D as most people call me. And I have no direction with this. I'm just going to pull some cards, see what wants to come out, and this will go however long it needs to. So I'm going to pull some stickers. This will be your energy and kind of where you're at. As always, we'll grab 4. All right, remember, take whatever messages resonate, leave what does not. If this reading is not for you today, then guess what? It is just not for you. Next one might be. All right, radiate positivity. Fun fact, I don't care. Not arguing, I'm just explaining why I'm right. Find something good in every day. All right, so definitely a situation that you are in where your soul is screaming to release, your soul is screaming to just talk, just speak your piece. And I think, whoever you are trying to speak to in the situation, they just think you're argumentative. So you're learning not to care. You're like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to do me. I'm going to be me. I'm a positive person. I'm a good person. I'm going to look for the good in this because whatever situation I'm in, this is just kind of causing me some anxiety right now. I love this energy of the fun fact, I don't care. I just heard I don't give a fuck. My high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. And that's where you're at, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You're just trying to be at peace. So part of this process of you finding peace is having to speak your piece. And unfortunately, I think you're trying to speak your piece to people that are just acting like, they don't care. So you, in turn, you are also learning to not care. I think this pushed you into the realm of self-discovery, the realm, a self-love journey, and you really learning to accept, who you are and not have shame and guilt when you're trying to just, speak. Creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. And I think that's something you're starting to realize right now. Ooh. I am an air sign. I love feathers and bird feathers. I have a little, I'm just going to show you guys real quick because it is super cool. I found this butterfly, I have to put the wing back, but I found this butterfly carcass, and I got like a cool little wasp's nest, and a little snake egg, and then of course I have all my kinds of feathers and whatnot, so yeah, I like to keep these near me. The butterfly one's pretty damn cool, not gonna lie. Alright, let's get out my spiritual deck. I got some more new decks, and as you can tell, I don't need any more decks, but I did buy some more. And my issue is I buy a deck, and then I like another deck, and then I just start combining them, so now they're just friggin' ginormous. This is like 218 cards, no big deal with my little baby Babylonian hands. I'm feeling goofy, you guys. I think are just like, you know what? Especially with all the planets in Aries right now. I believe the moon is in Aries right now. Okay, my moon is in Aries, so resonating with that message. You're just sending it. But you're having a new mindset about it. You're like, I'm not friggin' arguing with you, Oh my God. I know I'm right. And I know in my soul what's right. I know my truth. Yeah. That was the most embarrassing shuffle. Sorry about that. Patience. Don't worry. Be happy. Everything good is coming to you at the perfect time. And that's definitely the energy that you're in. You're very balanced right now. But that's not to say that didn't come with, trials and tribulations of you feeling quite imbalanced. You're definitely just feeling I'm seeing like an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other shoulder. So whatever demons you've been fighting, you've been reaching to the angelic realm, and I think that they've been really helping you. You definitely have someone in spirit that's helping you. It could be a passed on mother, a passed on grandmother. There could be a gentleman right now in your waking life that is helping you. This is an energetic war. Choose whether you want to live in fear or love, and that's in reverse, and I love that because that's under the I don't care, okay? This is literally you choosing peace over fear, peace over, the big fight. But again, even if it comes off as you being combative or you fighting, like that's not what you're aiming for. I just heard conflict resolution, okay? So you definitely, and this is funny that this patience card is green, okay? This is all about forgiveness and your heart chakra opening and having that compassion, that self-compassion and compassion for others to meet them where they're at. We have a blue heart and we have this card is blue. This is all about the throat chakra, okay? So I really just feel like you're sending it, and while you're sending it and speaking your piece, you're having patience with yourself, but you're also having patience with the other person, okay? I think you're aware that this other person or situation, not that they don't care or that, they just might not be as enlightened as you are, or maybe not caught up to speed. This person might not be a good speaker, a good communicator. So I think you're kind of just picking your battles and you're understanding where you're at with the situation, and you can only, lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink kind of thing. Planting seeds. I just hear you keep planting seeds. This card keeps wanting to come out. We have 34, 6. 34 makes 7. 61 makes 7. You could be seeing 777, 666, which is all about balance. 777, luck. This is seeking. This, I feel like the 777 is more of the more that you continue to find balance and you have this balance in your daily life, the universe is going to reward you with something, okay? So there is a message for intermittent fasting. Heal your body with fasting. Your body has an inbuilt intelligence and it can detox and heal itself, okay? So if you've been having a bad diet, or if you've been feeling sluggish, or you're just, you're on this healing journey and you're like, maybe you get triggered, or maybe you're feeling revved up, or maybe you're just kind of, again, your health is just feeling a little bit crappy. Spirit is saying that fasting could be something very beneficial to you, okay? That helps you to align your energy, okay? And a lot of, spiritualists, rely on fasting. I'm someone that I personally like to cycle all of my, hang on a second. Hey, no. I'm somebody, cat trying to do cat things. I am somebody that likes to, if I eat carbs today, I'm going to omit carbs tomorrow. I'm going to maybe eat more proteins and more greens, okay? And then maybe the next day I'm going to eat just salads. And maybe the next day I'm going to have shakes. Like, mix it up, because you're going to find that as you're healing, your body's going to crave different things. And if you're not craving certain things, like you just having any negative energy or any juju that's stored inside of you when you do fast, like that just makes it easier to, release and come out of your body. But drink a lot of water while you're doing this, okay? I just heard soup detox, soup and shakes. Success, time to celebrate. You've done a great job. Well done. This is you coming to the, just coming to the fact of, again, I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right, okay? This is number 8. This is something you've worked at. You've worked at learning to speak your piece in a way where you're not hurting the other person, you're not hurting yourself, okay? This is red. I'm not seeing a lot of reactive. I'm not seeing that arguing. You're just simply stating X, Y, and Z. I feel this way. I notice this. You're not going to make me feel delulu anymore because I know this and you can't tell me this. You're not going to gaslight me. You're not going to stonewall me. So whatever it is, you're learning how to handle all of those kinds of emotions and those kinds of reactions. And you're doing good. Hey, stop, baby. No. All right. Expect a miracle. Life is magical. Expect a miracle shortly. And this came out in reverse. And I think this is because you're at the part on your journey. Like, I feel a stop right here. I feel like this is why this is all red. I feel like You're doing good. You're doing good. You're learning. You're healing yourself. You've reached a point, but we've come to a little block where, okay, I've made it this far. I am speaking my piece, but you're not expecting a miracle. So because of this, Spirit is asking you to find something good in every day, because the more you can pick out just one thing that is good every day, whether it's, looking at the moon, maybe the sky has a beautiful sunset. Okay, maybe you're noticing blades of grass more. Okay, maybe you bought an apple today. It's the most delicious, juicy apple you've ever bit into and you're just savoring it. Like, find those little moments and keep building on them, because before you know it, you're going to bring in more of that energy and boom, something's going to fall into your lap that's truly going to be beautiful. It's funny, we have this intermittent fasting, and it's under my high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. So this is just a real message. Just be careful of the food you're putting in your body. I am not like a media person. I'm not like a watch the news and that kind of thing. But do be mindful and do be discerning about what they are putting in our foods and the chemicals and whatnot. Like, stay away from that. Like, that alters our DNA. That alters how we think. That causes a bunch of behavioral issues in children as it is, let alone, also adults. So just be mindful. Oh, I love this. So this is 39, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is another 3. So, excuse me, I'm saying 333, and we have number 63. Things are finally looking up. Look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Things are finally looking up. The worst is behind you, so look forward to a much happier life. Yeah, because you were feeling traumatized. There was definitely something that, and I don't know what the situation is, but it dented you a little bit. You've learned forgiveness. Okay, the veil is thinning. Okay, this is you being more open again if you have someone in spirit that's trying to help guide you. Tell them nothing. You don't owe anyone any personal information, and this is in reverse. Look at this, and this is with justice, and that's because you're learning how to speak. You have felt no guts, no glory. This is awesome. I love this. This is such a nice energy. This is you I just heard telling someone off, okay? Whatever it is, you're getting it off your chest. There's a courageous and a brave energy in this, okay? I'm picking up fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That could be you or whoever you're dealing with. And also, if you made it this far so far, if you're liking the content, please like, comment, subscribe. It greatly helps. I'm trying really hard at this. And if you stick to the end, I have extra confirmation and whatnot. That'll help you decipher whether or not this reading is for you. So, this is the nice version of the Rebel deck. Wow. This is crazy. I can't shuffle tonight. My hands are just not working. About to give up. I'm just kidding. Don't give up. All right, give me 2. Bottom of the deck. It can be hard to believe in yourself. Do it anyway. You are more capable than you realize. Don't be petty. You got no time for stupid drama. It's not that serious. And that's what it is, okay? Whoever you're engaging, whatever situation that you are engaging in, you're not trying to argue. So there's no need to be petty. So, I just heard shutting down. So for some of you, you're speaking and you're literally like, kind of blocking this person out after, or, just not, if they are only fueling to the fire, more shit, you're not partaking in that. You will fail a lot. Who cares? Keep putting yourself out there. Messing up makes for great stories. All right, so you could think that you did mess up, or you could think that, you made a couple mistakes along the way, and maybe you're not, deserving. There's kind of a little bit of shame energy in that. You're like, did I say this the right way? Did I do this the right way? Did I, no, you're gonna mess up. It's gonna happen all the time. We all do it. That's part of being human. So you have to, don't be petty about it and learn to pat yourself on the back and keep going. Let's grab a couple of these oracles. Just 2. All right, 3, fine. heighten your vitality. Okay? So that's, again, you taking care of your body and, getting in that more vivacious energy. Infinite blessings. That's exactly what you have coming towards you. Here, we'll put this in the middle. Empowerment. Whatever it is with your body, okay, whatever healing it is you are being called to, or Spirit's asking you to do, or whatever nudge the universe is giving you, like, this is going to make you feel more empowered. And right now you're just feeling more empowered. You're coming to an end of a cycle. Make a decision. Number 11. Could be seeing 1111. That's just a sign on your growth. I will have to get more on that. What is this make a decision? We'll have to pull some cards on that. What's this make a decision? Keep your dreams alive. I feel like this is you deciding to choose you. Maybe you are wanting to leave a situation right now because you just can't handle the arguing anymore. And again, not that it's arguing, it's just, you're stating facts, okay? X, Y, and Z. Very air sign like Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So, Spirit's kind of asking you, and then we have another number 7. Do you want to stay on this path of empowerment and keep your dreams alive and keep going and expect a miracle? Or do you want to fall back into old patterns and, become more impatient, not take care of your body, stay in silence so all those emotions are now closing in on you and, you're feeling like crap? So Spirit's saying, like, no, you have dreams, you have goals, you have hopes, you have ambitions, and to keep that alive because you have infinite blessings coming to you. And right now you're in a phase, or if you're not, you're going to be in a phase of true empowerment. Let's pull... First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings, and that's in reverse because I think that's a block. That's what you're having a hard time with. This is what you're making a decision about also. All right, do I speak? Do I not speak? If I say this, am I going to burn this bridge? If I speak, is it going to start another fight? Okay, Pisces energy is very emotional, and they're, they don't hide their emotions on their sleeve like that. But Pisces can also, water signs, they can shut down, they can withhold love, they can hold back if they need to, okay? They can hold back in a very toxic kind of way. But this is not, I'm not sensing toxic, I'm sensing more of a shutdown energy. I think you've been silenced for a long time. And again, this is something that you're going to be coming out of and empowering yourself with. A new romantic cycle begins, okay? So this could be with yourself, okay? The self-love journey, you finding yourself, or this could be with this situation. That's what the miracle is, okay? Maybe you are in a situation right now and, you and your spouse, you and your boyfriend, you and your girlfriend, you and your partner, there's just, it's just a constant bickering, a constant fighting. But Spirit's saying, this is going to be put behind you, okay? Keep speaking because this person is hearing you. The situation, they are hearing you. You're going to have success in whatever you're saying. You're not in the wrong, so there's definitely validation for that, okay? I'm not trying to be an ego with that either. I understand when someone is trying to just speak their piece and then the other person is just taking that as an argument because they can't handle what the other person is saying. Excuse me. So this is saying this is all going to come to an end. Oh my God! A win-win outcome is in forecast. Full moon, another Libra. So you guys could definitely be a Libra. This also just tells me it's all about balance, okay? You're balancing out your emotions, your head, heart, your reactions. I love this. Let's get some tarot. All right, Spirit, what do we have? Too many. Death in reverse. So this is a past energy I'm feeling for you, okay? This is where you are struggling to move forward. This is that indecision, okay? This is the fear of speaking, okay? You speaking, is this going to end what I have going currently? If this is this person or situation not going to want to hear it? Is this going to affect the relationship that I have, or the, the kinship that I have? If I honor myself and my body and my peace and my mind and, continue to just, again, speak my peace, is this going to backfire on me? So there could be a resistance that you were experiencing with the healing, and that resistance was you just continuing to stay quiet, even though you're getting the signs and symbols. But there's also an energy for some of you, maybe being quiet because it's more of a petty reaction, okay? Maybe, that's your way of getting back at the situation, is by shutting down, and the spirit saying no. State your piece, get it out in the open. It's not good for anyone to hold in those kinds of emotions. Don't resist what you're feeling. Just speak what you're feeling. It will be okay. It's more on the petty side, to shut down and not speak that, okay? So be brave, be courageous, and speak. And don't engage in drama. That's the message with that. I think you were resisting because it's like every time you do try to speak, it's like drama, drama, drama. 7 of Swords. Oh, so, all right. This is, you are in a situation where there was deception. There was definitely lies. There was sneaky behavior. I think you were with somebody that was selfish. Okay, my 7 of Swords card, that to me is my narcissist card also, because this is someone that's, for the self, okay, whatever is in it for them, and they're not thinking about anyone involved. So I think this is the kind of people that you were dealing with, and this is what made it hard to move forward. And and I'm not saying this in a negative way. Like, it could have caused petty behaviors in yourself, in the sense of like you were not acting in the way that you usually do. Okay, you could be someone that's happy-go-lucky. You could be someone that, I'm hearing Aries for a lot of you. Just you're brave. You can just be all out there and put it all out there, and like you're good. But I think the situation kind of shut you down. I am seeing the star. I'm seeing the star energy. So I am seeing healing. I'm seeing hope. I'm seeing inspiration. You could be running into an Aquarius that could be helping you. Knight of Swords. You know what? I want to pull. Six of Swords. Whew, air sign. Huge. Aquarius is huge on the board today, you guys. The Devil. Give me one more. Oh, okay. Thank you. And the Emperor. Whew. All right. So you're in a transition right now, okay? Again, I sense that healing. 6 of Swords is about escape, okay? It could be a journey. You could be going on an actual vacation somewhere. You could be, traveling water. But this is more of an energy of you leaving the rough waters and going into a more calm, okay? You taking what's left and just I just start taking my dignity and I'm walking out, okay? We have the Knight of Swords. This is someone, again, this is a card of haste. Yeah, my left ear is ringing. So this is Spirit giving you a green light to just... Knight of Swords, for me, is kind of the green light card, okay? I know it can be haste and someone not thinking things through, but for me, when it comes up, it's an energy of do it, all right? You have it on your mind. You have it in your heart. Send it. Don't think twice, because if you think twice, you might back down, okay? This is someone who's strong, who's assertive, and this is someone who's decisive, okay? Because this energy is going to lead you to make the choice to choose yourself and to walk away. But that's not to say there's going to be temptations, okay? This could be why you feel like you're failing, okay? There could have been some temptations with this person or situation that you kept falling back into. There could be an addiction that you have, okay? I'm hearing food addiction. We do have food on the board, but this could be anything, okay? Too much of anything is a bad thing. So for whatever it is for you, like that could be something that was really hard to break. You might have been resisting this kind of addiction, and you resisting healing this was something that was holding you back, okay? And I think it's something that could have been affecting your mindset and your emotions, okay? I just heard you never know your true potential until you have a clear mindset. And that means getting off any substances or any type of addictive behaviors that could be interfering with that. So this devil energy is, it is upright. So it's saying, it is there, okay? This is also a fear, okay? I feel, I get a hopeless energy out of the devil, all right? Is it this situation you could have felt like had a grasp on you, okay? You could feel like you have a hard time getting away from it, but Spirit's saying, like, no, you're going to be successful, and if you can't get away from it, the situation's going to be at least rejuvenated, and it's going to be reinvented, and something's going to happen. If it's not this person changing, you are definitely going to be changing in how you handle it and how you react to the situation, because you were headed for the Emperor, okay? This is you being decisive. This is you going from resistance to, having a time of just, maybe crying it out, or maybe just having to think and just being like, sitting with it, all the lies, the deception, whatever crap you were going through. And then you finally having, the courage to step up and push forward. And by you speaking your piece and doing this is going to lead you into those calmer waters. Now you're getting away from any of these addictive or any of these, tempting situations that you don't want to be a part of, because you are now the Emperor, okay? I just heard, or the Empress. I know that's not out. Actually, where's at the bottom of the deck? Hanged Man. And this is you thinking. This is that thinking energy. We have 4. You can be seeing 4, 4, 4. We have 13, 4, and 15, all which reduce or add to 4, okay? And this is the Emperor. This is all about your stability, okay? So whatever this was shaking your stability, and it was not making you feel good in your vessel, okay? So this intermittent fasting, I'm hearing nervous system relief. You might want to do some somatic exercises that can help, channel out all of that, the rest of that negative energy, okay, you guys? This is wonderful. Like, this is healing. This is truly, like, just getting yourself out of a shit spot. This is someone that, I'm speaking to someone that might have strong reactions, strong passions, strong maybe opinions. You live your life a certain way, a very Aquarian energy, okay? Aquarius is very, they know what they want what they want, they don't stop till they get it, and nothing can sway them any which way from that, okay? And that's the energy I'm feeling from that. And because you're feeling that way, that's the Emperor, that's a stability and security within yourself. This is empowerment for yourself, okay? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm also seeing a situation where you could be building with somebody, but because there's so much arguing and so much fighting, you're wondering to yourself, like, do I build with this person? Do I continue to invest in this family? Do I continue to be part of any kind of these dynamics? And, that's the decision. You're questioning that. And I think there's a hopelessness that the situation is not going to get any better. But again, change your mindset, look for a little bit of positive within the situation each day, and you will see how it can unfold. Yes, mistakes have been made, but you know what? That's just the name of the game, my friend, We live, learn, we move on. All right, I want to get a spirit animal message. This is the first reading I've never not been able to shuffle. This is wild. My freaking cat hair. Wow. Just one. Spirit message first for collective. Dog. Your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters, okay? So again, this is Spirit. You've given to the situation. You've explained. You've maybe over-explained. There may be some petty, behavior. You might have felt like you failed because you couldn't get through to this person or situation. Again, expect a miracle. Take all that energy. Put it towards yourself, okay? What else? We'll get some motivational messages. Playful. I go about life playfully and take things lightly. I can turn any hard day or heavy burden into a fun adventure. Why spend time upset when there is so much fun to be had? It's the energy spirit wants you in. Let go of comparison. Your life is unique, and so is your timeline. Comparing yourself to others is a trap. Focus on your journey, your milestones, your growth. Your path is yours to blaze, and it's beautiful in its own right, and that's what Spirit wants you to do right now. A lot of grounding energy, a lot of fire, okay? We go from all of this light to like this dark intensity, okay? And you're putting that all in yourself. I love this. I absolutely love this. All right, let's get some charms for you guys, and then we are going to... I'll pull some zodiacs and life paths for extra confirmation. I really hope this helped. I hope it brought you some peace, some clarity, some validation. I will say, you're right, okay? You have the right to explain why you're right, but don't make it more than what it has to be. Speak your piece and keep moving forward. Ooh, we have the fairy under empowerment, and I just heard this fairy looks like she's holding like a ball, but to me it's like an earth, okay? So this is just saying all the opportunity, all the stability, all the groundedness, it's going to be in the palm of your hand, okay? We have a fish, and that's over the Pisces and under playful, okay? So this is you getting out of your emotions. You know, fish are in the water, so this is learning just to go more with the flow. Seven of Swords. Oof. I don't like this download. But I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot. Trigger warning. So this is, I have a Coco Chanel charm on top of the Seven of Swords. So again, this is just deception. You could have caught somebody red-handed. Somebody could have came home and smelled like someone else's perfume or cologne. And yeah, that was kind of, a little, I just heard breaking point for some of you. We have Taurus. So this could be the person you're dealing with, or this could be you, but this is the energy. This is on the Devil. This could be you finding more groundedness within these addictive or this, whatever hold this has on you. This is just you learning to be more, grounded. Taurus is also a house and resources. House 2, home and resources. I'm sorry. So this could be you just finding your own stability and making your own way and, bypassing all of this. Let's see, we have one more charm. Let go of comparison. How funny is that? We have a charm here. Let's see if I can even get close. With a little boy and a little girl next to it. Okay, so you could be comparing yourself to somebody else. You could be comparing yourself to your partner, to a friend, to a family member. Okay, they can do this. They're ahead like this. I just heard they get to get away with murder and do this. How come I can't? And nope, again, that's more of the petty mindset. Don't. Okay, we each have our own path, okay? When it comes to dieting, for example, I was actually just having this talk with my sister-in-law. She can't eat an avocado a day. She'll gain weight, and that's just something that doesn't work for her. But I could eat them, every single day, and it's fine, okay? You can't compare. What works for somebody else, may not work for you, and vice versa. And you have to be mindful of that, okay, you guys? All right, let's roll some dice. I have yapped enough. All right, we have Capricorn, Libra, and Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Life Path 9, Life Path 3, and another Life Path 9. Capricorn, Taurus, and Aries. Life Path 8, Life Path 9, Life Path 1 or 2, and I guess I could add together and even make 3. All right, you guys, listen, I hope this helped. I hope it brought you some peace, validation, clarity. Like, comment, subscribe if this helps you. And until next time, ciao, ciao.